Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for watching. This is Getting Straight to the Truth with your host, Andrew Knuth. I'm joined today with a very special guest, Adam Rubin. He's announced as the brand new offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. Adam, thank you for being on the show tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Now, when you first found out a couple weeks ago that you'd be replacing Aaron Kromer, what kind of reactions, what kind of emotions were going through you?
Oh, I mean, I was as ecstatic as you could be. I mean, it's a job in the NFL. It's a dream come true. I mean, obviously everybody was shocked that the Bears would even let Kromer go, but I mean, last few years they've been pretty good at shocking people. I mean, they let Lovie Smith go after a 10-6 season, so you know anything can happen in the NFL. But I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, well, most definitely. I mean, speaking of being a shock, last year at this time you were actually ranked number 3 in America as an amateur golfer. In fact, you were scheduled to be the caddy for Bubba Watson this year during the Masters down in Augusta. He eventually went on to win the Masters. That might have been a blessing in disguise. But looking at your resume, the only experience you have in football management is your world record for most Super Bowls won with the Oakland Raiders in GM manager mode in Madden 25. My question for you is, how does that make you qualified to run an actual NFL offense?
Well, I mean, how does it not? I mean, if anyone's played that game before, they know just how difficult that game can be, especially if you're using the Oakland Raiders as your team.
Yeah.
So I'd say what doesn't qualify me.
That's definitely a good reaction to have with that. But the Bears have dated back to 1919.
Correct.
They have had such names on there, Walter Payton, Mike Ditka, just to name a few. What can you do to add to the Bears' legacy?
There's absolutely nothing I don't think I can't add to the Bears' legacy. I bring everything I think an offensive coordinator needs to bring to take this team to the next level. And I definitely would go as bold as saying that you should see a Super Bowl championship in Chicago within the next 2 years at least.
Wow, definitely. And would that be because of your offensive prowess, or would you say the team as a whole?
Oh, it's definitely a team effort. It always is, always will be. But I don't think my offense could hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely. Now, would you actually adjust Aaron Kromer's offense that he had planned last year, or would you add maybe a Rubin flair, so to say? What kind of offense do you plan on bringing to the table in 2014?
I think we're going to keep a similar offense to what Kromer had going. Seemed to obviously work so well last year. We were 5th in passing offense, and second in the league in points scored behind Denver. So I mean, if you're in that same category as Denver in offense, I think you're doing something right. So I'm going to tweak it. I don't think I'm going to do much though.
Definitely, that sounds good. Well, with the draft a little over 3 weeks away, we understand, according to all the mock drafts, you guys are very defensive focused. If you had the opportunity, though, to pick an offensive player in the upcoming draft for that first round, who would you pick 14th overall?
Well, if I know he's not going to be there, he's probably going to be top 5 pick. But if I had to choose anybody, it would be Sammy Watkins out of Clemson. He's explosive. He can do things that just other players can't. You know, he's just one of those special people like Johnny Football. You know, you watch him and he does things that should make your mouth drop. So we're definitely excited. That would be exciting for me if I can have him on our team.
Wow. Would that be more of a replacement piece for Devin Hester with his departure to Atlanta?
Oh yeah, he would definitely fill in as the special teams returner. Eric Weems did a fabulous job when Hester wasn't doing it last year. But I mean, this kid's incredible. Yeah. So I'd call him Devin Hester 2.0 with offensive skills.
Wow,
so.
That's pretty impressive. You better watch your back there, defensive coordinator. Somebody's gunning for that spot. But going back to your offense was ranked 16th in the rush last year, and it kind of started out to a slow start for Matt Forte this year. How would you jumpstart him to have a quicker production and help more with your offense next year?
Oh, I don't think there's anything I have to do with Matt Forte. I mean, he did such a wonderful job last year. I think he had close to 2,000 yards combined receiving and rushing. I think it was just we were more focused on passing this year for once. And that's the direction the NFL's going. So I just think the rushing took a little bit of a backseat to the passing last year. I mean, that's why his numbers were maybe a little bit down, but he still had a Pro Bowl year, and we couldn't ask any more out of Matt. He's definitely going to be here for a while.
That's good to hear. Well, speaking of the passing game, what are your concerns after losing Josh McCown to the Bucks? He did such a great replacing Cutler after he went down with his pelvic injury last year. How concerned are you looking at your backup quarterback situation?
I'm not too concerned. I mean, Josh McCown was definitely a blessing in the 5 games that he started for Cutler last year when he was out. He did more than enough as the backup. And now, because of that, he's getting a chance to start somewhere else, and I wish him all the luck. And so as far as picking a backup quarterback, I mean, it's next man up. That's how the NFL runs. It's always has been, always will be. It's next man up. So I feel very confident in who we decide will be the backup.
Yeah. Well, looking at your quarterback situation as of right now, you do have 3 quarterbacks signed on your roster. Who do you think that there will be a quarterback battle, or do you believe that it'll be a Cutler and his backups?
Oh no, I definitely think there's gonna be a battle. They're all such wonderful quarterbacks. They all bring something different to the table, and it's gonna be a tough decision. But I think with that, it's not really a bad thing to have,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not too worried about it.
Mm-hmm. Of course. So thank you for being on my show again tonight, and I wish you the best of luck in your season, even though I hope you lose. This has been Getting Straight to the Truth with Andrew Knuth, and you guys have a great night. Thank you.